Hey guys, how's it going? Papa Flesh here. So this video is pretty much going to be a channel update as well as a gear check. Again, it's been multiple months, so I'll just do a gear update and I'll attack a dummy because it's super exciting, you know? Um, yeah, so basically I'm just going to go over my plans for the future on this channel and talk about why I haven't uploaded videos and what I plan to do in the future. So first off, the big thing that I want to mention is, yeah, I took a break. I did join Nerfed. I raided with them up to Fallen Avatar. Unfortunately, I had to move. Um, yeah, our lease was not renewed at the place, and I just had to go and get a new place, move in, get internet, everything all hooked up and everything. So I pretty much had to take a small break from raiding, as well as I was a little burnt out as well. So it was nice to be able to take a step away from the game because I pretty much played hardcore since the release of Legion. When I pretty much lost my last job uh, shortly after Legion was released. So the whole plans for this channel started because I, I just really loved Shaman. It's probably one of my favorite classes or specs ever to exist in the game in its current form, just with how fun it is. And it's just raiding, like, it's raiding with my friends in a somewhat casual hardcore guild. And apparently I was pretty dang good at it, and I parsed really high, and I was looking at things, and there weren't really any like prominent names out there for elemental shamans that had like really high parses. At the time, I had much better parses than I do now. Part of it is because I took a break, and I think there were less people playing elemental then as well because it was a pretty below average spec. So a lot of the good players weren't playing it, so that put me like at pretty much the top one position. Um, yeah, so I did that. I played with my friends. I recorded content. I never really edited anything. Didn't really learn how to edit anything. Um, because I was just happy with what I was doing, and it was good enough for me. Now, eventually, you know, what came to be for a YouTube channel is I had rent to pay, and I did not have a job, so YouTube was kind of my job. Um, if you were around months ago, pretty much since like maybe around mid-January through like March, April-ish a little bit, I was uploading stuff almost every day or every couple days, and I was able to get, I don't want to really talk too much about the money situation, but I was able to get a decent amount of money even on the little subscribers that I had. Uh, it was nowhere near enough to pay my rent or anything like that, even uploading all that stuff and everything. It was nowhere near enough. And then the ad boycotts hit like in, I don't remember, like March or something. And since then I made like on average about 75% less on my videos. So I pretty much gone in from running like a nice little supplemental income to pretty much next to nothing. And it was really demoralizing for me, as well as all the uploads really took away from my data limit for my internet, which pretty much get 1 terabyte per month, and it was going over that, so I was having to pay extra. So any extra money I was making from YouTube was going to that, and it wasn't very beneficial for me long term. Now, I pretty much had, because I'd gone through my savings, I needed to get a job. So I got a job. It's not a great job, but it's a job nonetheless. It gets the bills paid, and I have some extra money, and I've been saving money, you know, since I've been working. But pretty much I started working in May, and pretty much since May, as you guys have probably been able to tell, there've barely been any uploads. A little bit here and there. I tried to do some, when I could, but as I'm tired out from work, and uh, it just it became difficult for me to find the motivation to make the videos, and I'm sorry, for that to you guys, but I was able to save up some money from working, and like next week I'm working overtime a little bit, a couple hours, not a lot, but uh, I'm excited because I have some big plans coming up for the channel. First thing is I'm going to be upgrading my computer as soon as I can. Um, right now I have an i5 4690K processor and a GTX 1070. The 1070 is more than capable, but unfortunately for streaming and other things like that, the i5 is not really the best. It lacks the hyper threading, the multitasking that streaming really, it doesn't require it, but it benefits greatly from it. So I've really been wanting to upgrade that and be able to provide like, silky smooth, like good picture quality, and as well as not having me lag on my end as well. Um, so I'm pretty excited about that. Unfortunately, Intel's new CPU is pretty much out of stock. It just got released like yesterday or something, and they're on back order for like probably about a month or something. But I plan to get one as soon as I can. Upgrade that stuff, get the new motherboard to go with it, some new RAM. I'm gonna get an SSD. I'm pretty excited for it. This was like a long time of saving up to be able to afford this, and I think I'm finally able to pull the trigger on this. I was kind of waiting for the next generation of stuff to make sure I was getting the top of the line thing for myself and for you guys through the videos. So that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about, is that I am going to be upgrading my computer. So it's going to allow a couple things. First, I'm going to be streaming pretty much as I can once I get this all set up and everything. Um, I really want to get that going and connect it to you guys. I have a second monitor ready. It's not hooked up right now, but so I'll be able to put the chat and all that stuff on that. And I'm gonna do that, part time, where my time allows it, because I'm still going to be working, of course. The goal is in the future, maybe if you guys love me enough, which is it's crazy to think about. This is a long ways off, but maybe I'll be able to make this a full-time thing. And for me, that's awesome. I'd be super grateful. Um, yeah, I just think the idea of that would be super exciting. I know it's a long shot, but got to start somewhere, and I really want to, you know, do that for you guys as well as my own entertainment and my own happiness. Um, yeah, so I will be getting my computer upgraded as well. I'm going to be getting a new microphone. Um, One of my friends was able to buy me this microphone when my old headset mic had died. So I appreciate him for that. But I'm now that I have the money, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a bit of an upgrade, and as well as I will be getting a webcam, for the stream and maybe some videos or whatever. So it's gonna be like all out on the stream thing. The webcam going, a higher quality microphone, getting all the stuff so it'll be like silky smooth stream experience for you guys. Because my ultimate goal is I was realizing that BlizzCon is in pretty much about a month, slightly less than a month, and there's obviously going to be an expansion announcement there. And what better time and what cooler way to be able to provide like information and details and all this cool stuff for you guys is if I was able to get into the beta fairly early on, be able to like show you guys everything about the Elemental Shaman as well as some other things. I'm not going to limit if I'm lucky enough to get into the beta. I'm not going to limit myself just to making Elemental Shaman videos. I want to do like I want to like showcase each class. Like I have big plans for the beta to really help you guys out, because in the end it's like I want to give you guys like the full experience and what you can expect from the upcoming expansion. So hopefully I'll be blessed enough to be able to participate in the beta. I hope so, but I figured that if I'm going to do this, I want to go all out. That's why I'm going to upgrade the CPU, get these videos. I'm going to start editing. I'm getting some editing software, because I just want to make things as cool as possible for you guys, and I want to learn it myself as well, because that can really take me to some places that I've always wanted to be. Just being able to make this like cool content that I see from other YouTubers and content creators out there. Now, I appreciate you guys listening through the past like 10 minutes of this thing. That's pretty much the channel update. We're gonna go from there. I I hope you guys are excited about that. I'm like ecstatic. I can't wait to get all the parts and set that up, because this is something like that I've been working towards for quite a while, and being able to finally hopefully afford it and not like, you know, and still be able to pay my rent is something that I'm really like fortunate to have come across. So fingers crossing. Hopefully everything will work out great. Now the second part of this video is just going to be the character update thing. I went and buffed up here because I will be doing a dummy test in a moment. I'm gonna go over my gear, because I haven't done this in multiple months. So it's patch 7.3 now. Got the Netherlight Crucible, all that good stuff. I am 938 item level. Got 23% crit, 31% haste, 37% mastery, 10% verse and 9% avoidance. Hooray for the avoidance, I guess. Um, yeah, so gear update. The gear mostly is about the same. Unfortunately, since I had to stop raiding a couple months ago, I missed out on, being like 945 item level like a lot of the people I've been seeing are. I'm a little bit jealous of that, but 925 tier helmet. Got a 930 haste verse neck with a socket. My jewelry and neck, not very good, by the way. I went and purchased a pair of these new shoulders with crit haste, my two most desired stats on them, and I upgraded them to 935 with primal obliterum. I have a 935 mythic warforged tier cloak. Got a 915 heroic tier chest. It's a little disgusting there, a little ghastly. I want to get rid of that. Obviously, I have a green linen shirt because that's like the best piece of gear I have. I have crit haste 930 wrists, and this does sim higher. I have the Arcway and Cortisar set 905 shoulders with 910 bracers, but this combo sims higher than me for a decent amount. I got the Smoldering Heart gloves, of course. I have 930 belt, haste mastery, nothing exciting. 915 heroic tier pants. Got the booties. Always got to have your sweet Nikes. First ring, 935 crit verse. Not the best. I would love crit haste, but take what I can get. 930 haste verse. Again, not the best. 910 whispers, which, from what I understand, is being nerfed on the PTR. The 7.3.2 PTR, I believe it is. From what I was able to see, is that the int on whispers, and this was at a 910 item level, the int on whispers was slightly higher by a few hundred, but the bonus casting speed increase got knocked down to like 26%, I believe it is. So the casting speed increase proc is reduced almost in half. It's like reduced by like 40% or something. It's a pretty major nerf on that. The casting speed decrease after is the same. It's 17% at a 910 item level, so much less benefit from the proc. The extra little bit of int will be nice, but I think Whispers will still be a decent trinket, but just it's not going to be like better than a lot of the like higher item level things going forward. My other trinket, 930 Charm of the Rising Tide, cool. And I have a 974 weapon. I believe my weapon's actually pretty good. Most of the gear I've gotten since I came back to the game have been relics. I got a Mythic Titanforge Storm Artifact relic. I don't really know. I don't really want to say every single trait I get from it, but yeah, Murderous Intent, Lava Imbued. Another 945 Frost relic with Earthen Attunement on it, and I have another Master of Shadows, unfortunately, but I will be getting Elemental Destabilization once I hit Artifact level 72. I'm at level 70 right now. Been doing a lot of world quests as I came back. And then my last relic there is a 930 Earthen Attunement, another Master of Shadows. I don't remember what the last trait's going to be. But with that said, I sim at about 1.56 million, I believe, over 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and do a test of that right now. So let's go ahead and get started. Ooh. Get a proc right off the bat. Look at that, guys. 2 procs. Look at that. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty good dummy test here. Because, you know, dummy tests really matter. So let's go ahead and pop our actual sentence after having 20 bonus seconds of it right off the bat. Went past the mark where I'm supposed to use my Earth Shock there. I'm supposed to use it at like 70 to 75 or something. Just in case you chain boot procs. So you almost have our next fire elemental already. It's been only just over a minute, so that's really good. See, I just chained 3 Earthshock procs, boot procs, and I actually went over my Maelstrom cap by a little bit in the last one. And I'm doing it again, 3 in a row. Now, I don't know if it's the right way, but I really like in the Aftershock build being able to like dump a bunch of lava bursts and then go straight into Earthshock and being able to refresh my... Oh man, this sucks. Gotta refresh my totems, as well as missing out on some Stormkeeper charges because it's got the procs, but it's really unfortunate, but not much we can do about that. Anyways, as I was saying, I really like that I can cast some Lava Burst into an Earthshock and then still have the Maelstrom and an Elemental Focus to be able to apply Flame Shock that has the Elemental Focus buff to it. That's always a really cool thing that I liked about this. Get another proc. I think we're fairly lucky so far. Gotta say, I really miss having a lot of mastery. I love mastery. So I'm gonna go ahead and second pot here. Get it used with the Fire Elemental. And then I will be using the Ascendance as well. I made a mistake just now. I used my Trinket, not lining it up with Ascendance, that's a mistake. Guys, I'm rusty, okay? Forgive me, please. Need to be forgiven. Yeah, see, it's just wearing off right now, and my Ascendance is about to be up. Popping it right now. Let's go, boys. Got a little over a minute left in this test. About a minute and 15 seconds or so. Something along those lines. Just refresh totems now. Of course I get a proc during the Devil's Due negative Whispers effect. And that's exactly why I don't like Whispers. That's my favorite trinket. I'd rather use a stat stick. And I have plenty of stat sticks waiting. So because of the lucky procs, I was able to get this Fire Elemental up and have almost its full duration by the end of the test. It'll be like 10 seconds of spare Fire Elemental by the end of this test. You're going in big, man. You're going in big. Ten seconds left. 2, 1, 0. So he did 1.67, 1.68 million. He's gonna still keep attacking for the last 5 seconds, but I mean, as you can see, I had really good RNG there. I had 20 seconds of Ascendance on the start of the fight without even popping Ascendance. I got it from reapplying Flame Shock. That's extremely rare. I had decent Whispers procs, so that's a bit above average, but yeah, I ended up going about 100,000 above what my sim was. But realistically, in a boss encounter, you're going to do a bit less damage than that unless you're extremely lucky. So I'd say I was lucky, but I definitely surpassed my sim DPS. I'm sure if I did another test, I would probably do 100,000 lower. It varies. But with that said, I really hope you guys are looking forward to the future of this channel. Again, I might not be posting too much stuff over the coming weeks or month, but once I get my, the rest of these new computer parts in and set up and everything the way I want to, I think you guys can expect some pretty high quality content. Like I said, we're talking like streaming all the time with webcam, talking to you guys, dual monitor, can talk to chat. I'll be making YouTube videos, I'll be editing the videos so they're like super high production quality and nice looking. I really am interested in learning that. Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be fantastic. So, thank you so much for your continued support. Like, I've been working for the past 5 months just to be able to afford this stuff, just so I can like really focus on this channel, and hopefully I can make this a way of life for myself. Because I don't know, just be super grateful if I can get that going. So thanks, and you guys, I appreciate you guys more than you know. I'm sorry that I haven't been around, but that's gonna change soon. I hope you're excited because I know I am. Talk to you later, mini totems. Papa Flesh out.